everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Sarah, and in today's video we're gonna market prep together. If you haven't seen my last series, I actually just finished it. We just went to the last event a little over a week ago, I believe, and if you want to see the results on that, you can go check it out. But my point with this is the first part of our new series, and if you saw the last part, you know I have quite a bit of stuff left over from this last event, so our market prepping is not going to be quite so much crazy market prepping, like making a bunch of stuff, but rather just kind of hanging out together, working on new designs, and showing you all the behind the scenes stuff, basically. So right now I'm about to film the little monster tutorial, so these are in my last part as well, if it'll focus. So these guys are super cute, they work up super fast. I'm going to do a tutorial for them real quick, and I'm also thinking of making some more of these googly eye type creatures, maybe like a frog or a snail or something with these. I think it'll be really cool. So that's kind of the update for right now. I'm working on that. Once I get the tutorial filmed, I can get the written pattern put together. Some kind of bad news. I recently found out that my patterns have been stolen from Instagram and put on some random website, and there's probably more than one website at that point. And there's no way that I've looked into, there's no way that they will take them down. If you guys have any information on that, I'd love to hear it, but for right now, there's just nothing I can really do about it. So my plan is to not post anything else on Instagram free pattern-wise and just do it in my coffee shop. It'll be harder for people to steal in the coffee shop, so I'll feel a little bit safer. I think I'll do a written pattern in the blog area of my coffee shop and then sell a PDF version for like $1 or $2. We'll see about that, but just kind of wanted to let you guys know. I did do a community post on this. I don't know if everyone saw it, but if you ever see my patterns on some random website, they do not have permission. They are stealing my patterns and you need to get off the website, because most likely they have ads running, which means they're earning ad revenue from my hard work, which I'm not earning any money from the free patterns on Instagram. I'm just not eligible yet, or I might never be, and that's totally fine. That was not the point of the free patterns, but these people are profiting off of something that I am giving away. And so if you see a website like that, please run away, report them if you can, and just don't come back. If you want my patterns, let me know. If you can't access Instagram, that's completely fine. I'm thinking of putting some more stuff up in my coffee shop, so if there's any free patterns there that you would like, let me know and I can get started on them a little bit faster, put them in my coffee shop. But please just stay away from those other websites. There's only 4 places that you can find my patterns: my Ribbler shop, my coffee shop, here on YouTube, and then on my Instagram. Everywhere else, if you find them anywhere else, they are stealing it and they do not have my permission. I will probably never give anyone permission to redistribute my patterns, just for safety. Please don't trust anyone else. They do not have permission. A pretty long tangent, but I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that these people they're real, and it's kind of sad, but it is what it is. I'm going to film this tutorial and then I will update you guys afterward. I have 2 custom orders that I received from the event I went to, and I'll show you them when I finish this tutorial. So stay tuned for that. I finished filming the tutorial for these little guys. Now I do have to say, it's been a while since I filmed the tutorial, and hopefully that isn't apparent in the actual tutorial. I'll do my best to edit it and make it look nice and everything like I normally do. It's just, I kept forgetting things like the materialists. I forgot the stuffing, and then I also forgot to mention the written pattern in the beginning of the video, which I like to do in case anyone is interested in it before they start crocheting. I don't know what's wrong with me. I normally sit down and think about what I'm gonna say before I start filming, but for this tutorial I just jumped right into it. And that was a mistake. It's finished, it's fine. This pattern is super easy, it's super quick, so it's not a big deal. I'm gonna go ahead and edit that today because I'm hoping to get it out tomorrow. We'll see. It's not a very long tutorial, so it shouldn't be too hard to edit. And then I also need to work on the written pattern, figure out where I'm gonna put it and all that. That is what I'm gonna be doing for the rest of today. Oh yeah, I'm gonna work on those customs too, which I'll show you in a bit. But for now, I'm just gonna work on these monsters and then go from there. So I just pulled up my coffee shop and I just saw that there's 475 supporters on here. That is so crazy to see. I can't believe that 475 people like my stuff enough to purchase it. So I just really appreciate each and every one of you. But also a shop update is I put a bunch of pattern bundles up in my shop. So our most expensive one is the extra large pattern bundle, extra large plushie bundle. So it has all of the extra large patterns I have in my shop in a nice little bundle. It is the most expensive, but you're saving 10% if you do purchase bundles. And then I have a cow version, a sea creature version, and a different cow version. Elephants, dragons, unicorns, and then a spooky bundle. Also, my zombie duo is out now, so if you want to purchase it, go do it because Halloween is really close. I have had a lot of success selling these at events, so definitely go ahead and check them out. That is my little shop update. I'm planning to add more pattern bundles soon. Maybe just a few more, like the sea turtle bundle to put the medium and the normal one together, and same with the jellyfish. So kind of save you guys a little bit of money for more patterns. That is the pattern bundle update, and I might in the future revisit these as well, maybe make the thumbnails a little bit different. They're better than the original ones I had put together. Never showed, but put together. We shall see. Other news, I am going to be doing the tester call for this Sitting Kitty pattern very, very soon. So if you're watching this, it might already be closed, but it might still be open. I don't know. We'll see. But this cat, I'm going to do a YouTube tutorial for it. Just the basic pattern, no color changes or anything. So if you're interested in the color changes, definitely you'll want to look into the written pattern because I'll show you how to make the tabby, white face, white paws, and a calico. And then I'm also working on the raccoon pattern, and this is the beginning stages because what I do is I duplicate patterns and then edit them to be the raccoon. So I don't even have a photo of the raccoon. So yeah, it's kind of a mess right now, but the tester call for the kitty will come first, and then see, here's the calico and then the different face colors. I'm excited for that. It's going to be up soon, and then I will do the raccoon shortly after. First, I need to actually finish putting the pattern together, or at least mostly finish, because there is that week of time where I can finish putting the pattern together while testers are applying. Okay, so I think I've rambled enough. Thank you all so much for 475 supporters. So crazy to say out loud. I'm so grateful. You guys are so amazing, and I just really, really appreciate you. So thank you so much. And even if you haven't purchased patterns from me, thank you for watching my tutorials or even just my market blogs. You guys are amazing. I never even thought that this would be a thing. For me, especially as a kid, I never imagined that I would just be selling crochet patterns and making plushies as basically my life at this point, and I'm just incredibly grateful you guys are making it a reality. So thank you so much, and I'm gonna stop rambling now. We're gonna go ahead and move on. It may or may not be Thursday, which means I haven't filmed in a really long time, so sorry about that. Normally I'm better at this, but recently I have just been playing Minecraft and being distracted. But I wanted to show you a pattern test I was working on. This is for the amazing Prince plushies. She's someone who's tested for me multiple times, and I just absolutely love her work. And this is her most recent pattern. It's her first pattern, I believe. I'll have it linked in the description. You guys can check it out. But it is super cute. It's basically no-sew. You do have to do some reinforcements for the wings, but it's really not bad at all. And they're just super cute. You can embroider the eyes, or you can use safety eyes, whichever you prefer. And then of course you can use different yarn types. I just used my favorite Skinny Chanel Petite Pearl. I just wanted to show you guys those. This is about the only project that I've actually finished. Actually, I did work on a custom order. Let me grab that. Here's the custom order. Now, I don't know anything about Stitch or Angel or any of those characters, so this was a bit of a challenge. I'm not sure how I feel about the eyes, and the only thing I have to do now is reinforce the head, because I think if I reinforce it, it'll look better sitting like that rather than like this. I don't know if that makes any sense, but reinforce it so the head sits a little bit lower, and then send her a photo of this now that it's finished. Hopefully she likes it. Like I said, I don't really know this character at all, so it was a little bit tedious trying to just get everything. This is all free-handed based on some patterns and the actual character photos. So, you know, it's not perfect, but I still think it looks like the character. The other problem is that it's really hard to find the color that she actually is. She's like this purpley pink. It's similar to the color I'm used, but a little bit more saturated. So this yarn doesn't come in that. It only comes in pale pink, hot pink, and then this color. So I figured I'll go with this color. I shouldn't have those yarn colors. I just based it off of these ones, and I still think it's really cute. It's kind of like the washed out version, which I think is really cute, especially for a baby. I believe this is for a baby at least. But I'm gonna send her an email sometime today with the photo of this after I reinforce the neck. Those are the only two things that I've really finished. Make sure you check out Prince Plushies. I'll have her Instagram and her pattern linked, so make sure you go and check that out. Purchase the pattern if you want. It's super nice, works up super fast. Low so it's totally worth it. And I imagine these would sell really well in a bigger yarn type as well, and it'll sell really well because they'll be a nice size. Right now I'm gonna go ahead and film the tutorial for the sitting kitty. So I'm just doing a tutorial for the solid color, and then I'll have the written pattern for sale with all the other colors. There's gonna be 4+ color combos, and you could really be as creative as you want, but for the tutorial, I'll just be doing a solid color, make it easy, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start filming that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do it in one sitting because the kitty does take quite a bit of time, but I might be able to get away with it. And those are the things I'm working on. I have another custom for a black cat, and I ran out of black yarn, so I'm waiting for that to get here. We're also gonna go Friday and see if they have any in stock because we went this weekend. They didn't have any. So we're gonna try again, and hopefully they have black and they have a nice black. I'm gonna add the nose to the black cat. I have the body and the head. Let's see if I can find it actually. So here's the body, and then here's the head, and I'm really torn on whether I really like the head. Kind of hard to show you because it's black yarn, but I think the nose is a little too long, but I think once I add an actual nose to it, like a dark gray nose, I think it'll sit better. I'm having that thing where this is why I don't like doing customs, because there's only so many tries that I can give it before giving it to someone, and retrying isn't, I won't be making any money if I'm just making a bunch of body parts and then not using them, because I'll be wasting materials. So that's the hard part. I figured if I still don't like it when it's finished, I'll just take it to my market and make her a slightly different one. Since this is the first one I'm making, there's things that I might need to tweak anyways. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm just gonna think about it. Honestly, the color work isn't bad for the belly or anything, and I think once I get that other black yarn, the limbs will pull it together. The head is a little too big at this point, but once I get the arms on there, I think it will, all the limbs, I think it'll look a lot better. So I just kind of remind myself that it doesn't need to be perfect, and my perfectionism is not what people actually expect. They just expect something cute, and if it's cute, then they'll like it, and it doesn't need to be perfect. That's just something I struggle with. I try to ignore it for the most part, but I don't know. I think these customs put it into a perspective of maybe I don't want to make new things for people. Like, I wouldn't mind doing customs for changing the color or changing the theme, but I'm not sure about these new patterns. We'll have to see how I feel when they're finished. I definitely think this one's cute if you look at it from above, which is why I want to reinforce that neck so it sits a little bit better. And I think it'll look cuter that way. That is your update. It's a long one, so hopefully it pads the runtime a little bit. I'm gonna go and film the kitty tutorial, and then I will hopefully remember to talk to you again very shortly. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Hey everyone, it's been a hot minute. Well, several, lots and lots of minutes. You can tell by the state of my desk that things are pretty chaotic right now, so today I'm actually going to spend my time cleaning up my craft zone in my room because it is a really big mess. Ever since the event, things have just been shoved in corners and against walls. So I got 2 new shelves that I'm going to build with you guys and then show you the finished product. Hopefully finish that today. Hopefully it won't take too long. But last night I worked on another pattern for the googly eyes. So this is the snail I wanted to make. There's a couple things I'm going to tweak, but for the most part this is about what it's going to look like. I actually really like it. I kind of like the expression I gave it with the mouth. Just kind of like an amused snail. But I think I'm going to make a bunch of these. They are low sew, so there's only one thing to sew on. It's actually not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and release this pattern soon-ish. I do need to work on finalizing the design and everything and then releasing that pattern. But I also finished the tutorial. I don't think I actually talked to you guys after I finished because it was pretty late in the day at that point, but I have a Russian blue, which I did the tutorial with that cat. Actually, I think I might be missing a cat maybe. No, I'm not, I'm good. They're all here. I actually messed up on this tutorial and it's a problem for editing me, which just sucks. So basically I put the eyes in on the wrong round and it was like that all the way up until basically the body was finished. So I have to go back and I have to edit that so that it all makes sense and sits together right. But I was looking at it the whole time. I actually like looked at the cat like 3 times and I was like, there's no way the eyes go here. But I was like, okay, I wrote it in the pattern that way, so we're just gonna keep going and trust the process. It wasn't correct, and I should have trusted my instincts and not trusted what I wrote down when I probably wasn't thinking very straight. So I fixed that in the pattern. I'm glad I caught it before I gave it to testers because we would have had some wonky looking cats with that eye placement. So there's that. The other thing I finished is I actually finished both custom orders. So let me go grab them and I'll show you them. I believe I already showed off Angel, but this is her totally finished. I fixed the head so that it stays a little bit better and it sits a little bit almost aimed down, and it just gives the face a better shape. So I'm happy with her. I'm not sure how I feel about making characters still. I definitely wouldn't be making these characters for markets or anything, but the occasional custom order I think is okay. This was definitely a challenge though. I do like how she turned out after taking a few days to just kind of look at it or not look at it. But the other custom I did was a cat, and this is a custom cat. So this is the style we ended up picking. If you can hear that bag, that is a cat crawling into the bag. Lucy, come here. She's being bad, so that's what she's doing. Anyways, this is the cat. The cat she sent me photos of. He had white paws, a white belly, and no white on his face or his tail, which is cute. And he also had a special little marking on his back leg, so I decided to add that in. She showed me the photo of it and I was like, oh, I have to add that in, it's adorable. So that took a second to think about, but what I did was I actually did the normal leg first, and then once I had that stitch count right, I just did it again on the other leg with the color work. So, you know, it wasn't too bad, but she says she loves it. I just messaged her just a few minutes ago with the final look and she loves it. So I'm gonna pack up both of these. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to do shipping labels online. That is the cat. I love her. Well, he's a him actually. I love him. I did adjust the head. I had to remake it, so I had actually a finished head, but the snout was a little too long, so it was just looking a little awkward. So I decided to redo that last minute, and I love the way it turned out. I was thinking of making patterns like this in this similar style, maybe a little floppier in the future so that the back legs flop down when you pick it up, but I don't know. For now, I think this is super cute. It's like the bigger version of this one. See, isn't that cute? I need to pack both these up, ship them out. I think I'm gonna include a mini in their boxes just to thank them for their support and for their purchase, and then of course business cards and a thank you note. I think I'll be wrapping these guys in plastic because our mailing system is not really system, but here in general, they'll put boxes out in the rain, and so I don't want this stuff to get wet or if there's a spill or anything. I hate the idea of using plastic in shipping, but to keep the plushies safe, I think it's more important. So that's what I will be doing. Like I said, I know it isn't the greatest solution in the world. I would love to just wrap it in paper, but cardboard boxes are definitely not waterproof. So to make sure the plushie's safe, and then the boxes are less likely to get like torn open or squished. The boxes are harder to do that. You know, it is what it is. Maybe in the future I'll find a better solution, but for now that's what I'll be doing. And then yeah, I need to get the shipping labels printed. So I'm gonna figure out a way to do that and then get them all boxed up and ready to go. I'm super excited to be finished with these because that means I can move on to doing something I actually want to do. Instead of something that I'm kind of forced to do. I mean, they were both kind of enjoyable. The eyes on this one were difficult, so that didn't help my opinion on the matter, but I think I figured out a way to make it look better, and I think it does look better, so it is what it is. Anyways, I'm done rambling. I'm gonna go ship these, pack them up, and then I have to take them to the post office, so I'm gonna get started on that. is the state of the room right now. As you can see, it's a bit of a mess. So I have burnout blanket there, regular Chanel yarn here, and then I'll have skein Chanel on the top two shelves, velvet in that empty shelf. So things will be spaced really nicely. And then I'll have this whole spare shelf here. I'm not sure what I'm gonna fill it up with. I think I might fill it up with refill stuff. Maybe keep this one looking nice for photos, and then keep these shelves looking a little bit less aesthetically pleasing for just, you know, normal life stuff. This bin isn't gonna go here. So I have two of these green bins, like the ones down there. They're gonna go over there, and I put the white ones on this shelf, put the shelf over there. That's what it's looking like so far. I actually found out that these shelves are different. I thought they were the same. As you can see, they are not. So that's why we did a little switcheroo. Instead of just putting this shelf here, I moved this shelf from a corner and brought it over here. So, you know, it looks fine. I like that I can put my papers on this shelf and they're not going to get their corners chewed up. It's not bad. And there's still some sorting that needs to be done, some cleaning up, but for now this is what it looks like. And Buddy is not impressed with the state of this room, so I'm gonna have to hurry up so he'll get out of my stuff. Why you gotta be so cute and bad at the same time, huh? Okay, shelf is in place in the corner. I think it's fine here. I put the shelves all in the middle, so we should be able to fill this shelf up with a lot of stuff, which would be really cool. But the wall of lights is on so that I feel a little bit less hectic. For now, I think the shelf will be empty. Maybe I'll take photos in it or something, but maybe in the future I'll be able to fill it up. This is the state of the desk. As you can see, it's a mess. I'll fix that in a minute. Right now, I'm just going to bring the velvet yarn down, make sure there's enough room for my new stuff, because I'm gonna place an order for refills of all the velvet just to have in one hand. And then I'm gonna put all of the skein Chanel on the shelf because I got a bunch that need to go on the shelf still. Got my work cut out for me, but we'll get it done. Hopefully it won't take too long. So that's most, I believe it's all even, of the Chanel yarn, the smaller type. So the skein Chanel, Petite Pearl, or this brand, which I can never remember, Baby Bee Soft and Snuggly, which they have a bunch of colors, as you can see. I believe I have most of those colors as well. Actually, I do know of one that's not there, but we're gonna pretend like it is. And ignore the fact that it's missing. The shelf looks pretty good. This side is finished. I definitely think we need something on this wall here, but I think for now I'll leave it blank. Maybe like, I was thinking a mirror. I don't think that's a great idea. Maybe a picture or something. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. We'll figure it out. I gotta finish putting some more Chanel yarn on this shelf because I do have some more. I also got a notebook today for my crochet patterns. So I have this really pretty notebook and then some pens to go with it. I'm gonna find a pen jar put on here too, and that's going to be for crochet patterns, writing down that type of stuff. I'm going to go through this bin soon and sort through it, make it look a little bit nicer, and I'm going to do these bins real quick before moving on with some more of these, and then we'll see what happens after that. So I'm taking a little break from the yarn cleaning up situation and crocheting with this Feels Like Bliss line brand yarn. It's super soft. It's kind of cooling, which is weird to say When you touch it, it's cold. It's made out of 100% nylon, I believe. Yes, it is. And it's fuzzy, it's soft. I was working on a little kitty because I think it would be absolutely adorable. So I was going to do a calico, but I think I'm going to omit the spots on the head and just do colored ears. This yarn is so hard on my hands. I don't know if you can tell, but right here is so red and inflamed from using it. Just from using it and making this smudge. So this yarn is not for the faint of heart. It is definitely very difficult to work with. It's stretchy. I don't know if I will be able to show you with one hand, but it's super stretchy. It won't focus. It works up really stiff, which is weird. You'd think something stretchy wouldn't work up so stiff. Maybe it's the size of hook I'm using. Yeah, my hands, both hands hurt really bad from using that. I know if I keep pushing it, I'm gonna regret it tomorrow. So I wish I had tested this yarn a bit more before buying some of the other colors, because I don't think I personally will be able to work with this yarn for very long. And that kind of sucks, because if you're on Instagram, you probably saw it. Somebody made these adorable little ferrets, and I was really hoping to make some stuff out of this yarn just for fun, just to make a couple things for fun, and it doesn't seem like I'm gonna be able to do that. I will play around with the hook size though. Maybe that'll help with the pain, but honestly, kudos to her. I have no idea how she does it, how she manages to make so many items and has them ready for people to purchase online. I will finish this cat over time. This is gonna be one of those projects that I have to wait to work on, and then maybe I'll try a bigger project and see if, with like a higher stitch count, and see if it still bothers me. I hope it doesn't. I really like the way this yarn turns out when it's finished. At this point, I just don't think it's gonna be very viable for me, which is what it is. It kind of sucks, but I'd rather just say no than deal with hand pain the next day. I'm sure you can hear the cat yowling, so I'm gonna go for now, and I'll see you later. I will admit that it, again, has been a while since I last talked to you guys. I don't know what's wrong with me. Things have just been a little crazy around here, so I have a perfect excuse. But I was gonna finish this cat, but my hands are still a little sore. Not specifically from this, just in general stuff. So instead of working with that horrible yarn, I'm actually going to finish this willow. I started her during my last event, and I never gave her any flowers, but I think she would look really, really beautiful with some just white flowers. So I'm gonna use some Skinny Chanel and make her some flowers while I talk to you, because I have some really exciting news, so listen up. If you guys have been watching my channel very long, if you're new, you might not have heard this, but there was a point in time where I really wanted to open up my shop again and start selling some plushies online, and then I didn't really talk about it for a while. I have some exciting news, and that is I am planning on actually reopening it. I was back and forth for several reasons. One of them is keeping our address safe. Now, normally I wouldn't talk about this, but I think as someone who's going to be doing this, I think it's important for people to know that you don't have to give away your address to ship things. And if you haven't been thinking about it, maybe you should, because you do need to keep your home safe. I am not saying that the majority of you are bad in any way. I think most of you are probably perfectly fine, but there's always going to be that risk. I'm actually going to be getting a mailbox very soon, and that means that I can actually open the shop safely and not have to worry too much about any of those issues that might come with that. That is the exciting news. I'm opening my shop again, and in my shop I'm actually going to be posting all of the leftovers from my last event. Now, I wasn't originally planning on doing that. I wasn't originally planning on putting everything in the shop, but we're having some financial situations, not necessarily issues, but situations happening right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and put everything up and kind of get it moved out a little bit, condensed down. I do have to worry about that next event, which I did officially sign up for and paid the very expensive invoice. So that's my one concern right now, but I'm hoping that in the new year I'll have plenty of time to finish everything I need to make, or just make enough to bring to the event. I mean, I think I did pretty good for the last however many months, what, like 4 months between the event, so I'm not too worried. I mean, I am stressed a little bit, but I think that just comes with the territory. I think no matter what, I would be stressed whether I was just putting a few things in the shop or doing what I'm going to be doing now. I'm hoping in the next couple of weeks that I will have physical plushies in my eBay shop. Now some of you are probably wondering why I said eBay shop and not an Etsy shop. I never really used it to begin with. I've just heard a lot of stories, so instead of using Etsy, I'm going to be using eBay. It's not, the fees aren't really any better on eBay, but I just don't like Etsy's ethics at that point. Anyways, I'm going to be selling on my eBay shop, and some of you may have noticed that it's not actually a link in my link tree right now, and that's because I actually closed it during my event. I decided to just make it a little bit easier on myself and not worry about anything. I didn't really have much in there to begin with. I want to reopen it, like I said, with all of my leftover market stuff, and this will happen slowly over the next few weeks. So if you're interested in a physical plushie, definitely keep an eye out. I really appreciate your support whether you purchase a plushie or not, so it's not a big deal either way, but it's very exciting news. I'm very excited to open it up again and get things rolling. The expenses for setup is pretty high, so hopefully it's a successful venture. If it isn't, then I'll just have to advertise a little harder, I guess. That is my exciting news. We're going to be selling physical plushies again. I'm just pretty excited about that. I definitely did not originally plan to sell everything for my last event, and maybe I'll change my mind right before posting everything. It's just the idea of remaking everything that I made for this event, for this last event, for the next event. I hope that made sense. It's kind of a little bit of a pit in my stomach feeling of, oh, I gotta remake all of that stuff. I get a question sometimes. People ask, how do you have the ability or the stomach to make as much stuff as you do, to remake stuff? And mainly I just push through it. I am very tenacious, so I'll just keep pushing until usually I burn out, and then I kind of ignore that feeling a little bit. Not to not be so negative, I do try and focus on projects that I like doing, like right now working on another willow, or finishing this last one, and then I will be starting another willow soon, and that's just focusing on stuff that I enjoy doing, along with the more boring parts of market prep and stuff like that. If you don't like making things in batches, you are not alone, and you can really have a successful business without it too. So keep that in mind. You don't have to batch make a bunch of stuff to be successful. You can always make unique items every time. Anyways, that kind of went off in a weird direction, but I just figured I'll answer a few questions while I'm here crocheting. Here are the 2 flowers for her head. I was contemplating putting blue in the center, or even green in the center would have been pretty, but I feel like I'm already committed, so I think I'm just going to do bright white blossoms. I might stitch some fuzzy yarn in the middle to add some more dimension. That's what she's looking like. She's so pretty. This yarn is gorgeous. I didn't realize though when I picked this yarn that it would be so difficult to find a flower I actually liked, because I originally actually wanted to do roses. Red on here is more like a pinky red. It's not very rich, so all the reds that I have, it would just been like, whoa, really bright red. So instead of doing that, I decided to go with white, as you can see. But I gotta finish the rest of the flowers and then sew them on her, and then she will be officially finished, and we can charge a little bit more for her for the extra work for the flowers. I was originally charging less because there weren't any flowers on her. Definitely more now that there are flowers on her. So my physical plushies will be in my eBay shop, like I said, and that's the only place I'll be selling them. I was selling some stuff in my coffee shop, but eBay makes it a lot easier to print shipping labels and to pay for the shipping and everything, so I'll just be selling physical plushies through there. So if you guys are interested, please keep an eye out, save the link tree. I'll have it in the description. Go ahead and bookmark it if you're interested in checking out any of those plushies. And of course, I'll always update you on YouTube here if you even just want to look at my stuff. The more you look at my page, the more it helps. So even if you don't purchase anything and just browse, that works for me too. That is Willow. I'm gonna go ahead and finish her flowers soon. It's pretty late, like I said, so I might not do that tonight, but she is looking gorgeous, of course. And if you're new, Willow is my own pattern. She's my favorite pattern that I've ever made, which is why she's my comfort pattern. I always go back to her when I need to make something and I'm kind of burnt out or bored. Also, other exciting news, we hit 10K on Instagram. 10,000 followers on Instagram is kind of crazy to say out loud. It's kind of funny to think about how many of you actually enjoy my patterns and watching my videos and stuff. It's still surreal, even though it's been happening slowly over time. So I just wanted to thank you guys so much for that. I'm actually doing a giveaway there right now. It's going to be open until the 1st of September. I'm going back in time, the 1st of November. So if you're watching this early enough, you can go ahead and head over to my Instagram to join in the giveaway. It's super easy. You just need to comment on the post and follow the instructions. It's super easy though. I try to make it as accessible as possible, so it's just a tag one friend in the comment and then you can share it to story if you want, but it's not necessary to be in the giveaway. I also realized that there's a lot of you who were really excited to join it, so I actually had to figure out a way to not copy paste everyone's name into a wheel generator because wow, I tried it with, there was like 200 comments on the post and I tried it and it was so hard, and I knew that by the end of the 10 days that this is open, there's going to be more than that. So I actually found the ability to like pick random comments, which was pretty cool. It was difficult to find one that was not super expensive, and by that I mean free, and that actually worked for what I was looking for. So I'm hoping that it works again with the official selection because I did try it with the smaller amount, so hopefully it still works properly and everything and we get 5 random winners. Like I said, if you're interested, go ahead and check it out. I'll also have that linked in the description. It's open till the 1st, and then there will be 5 winners, 2 patterns each, and you guys get to pick your own patterns, so that's kind of exciting. I imagine Willow is going to be the most popular one. Some people were talking about Cassidy in the comments, my giant cow, so I'm excited to see what people want. It's just a way to thank you guys so much for your support and hopefully help people who aren't readily able to purchase patterns. And in a way, it's also a thank you for over 15,000 subscribers here on YouTube, which is also so crazy to think about. I'm honestly blown away by the amount of people who really support this channel and my business because I didn't think I was that good. Obviously you guys think I'm good because you're sticking around, but it's just funny to think about because, I don't know, I was just kind of goofing around to begin with, and honestly I never in a million years expected my crochet hobby to become what it has, and even to see my own personal improvement from when I first started this channel to now. It's so crazy. It's just, the whole thing is crazy, and I just want to thank you guys so much for your support. So go join the giveaway if you haven't already. Maybe in the future I'll host a giveaway on YouTube. I'm not quite sure how that would work considering there's no way to really private message someone on YouTube. Anyways, I wanted to chat with you guys, and that seems to be what's happening. We're now 14 minutes into this clip, and I'm sure you guys are pretty much tired of me, so I'm actually going to let you go here. I would normally take these clips to the end of Sunday. Today is Thursday, but I actually want to try and get this video out a little earlier and start an earlier schedule for videos. Be prepared for some changes in the future. I did skip a video last week, so basically my schedule's just been totally compromised since the last event, so I took that week to really just reset and get back on a schedule, and I'm hoping to release videos before the weekend. That way you guys have the opportunity to watch it at any point during your weekend. Obviously, some people still work on the weekends, but you know, it just gives you a little bit more of an opportunity. I have a habit of saying I don't know after things that I say, and it's just, I want to say I don't know why I do it, but then I would be saying I don't know again at the end of my sentence. Life has been a little crazy around here, so my brain is scrambled, and I'm pretty certain I already said that. Saying it again lets you know how crazy it's been around here. But, oh, and the last bit of news before I close out the video is the kitty pattern is actually 2 testers right now. Actually, they will be tomorrow. I contacted the testers today, and then I'm going to send them the pattern sometime tomorrow when I finish the tutorial portion, because the kitty pattern will be a free tutorial here on my YouTube channel, so subscribe if you haven't already for that, because it will be out in a little over 2 weeks. So if you're interested in the kitty pattern, definitely stick around and keep an eye out for it. The raccoon pattern, a lot of people really like it. I know you guys love it, okay? I know. I've just been running behind on tester calls. So that will be the next tester call out. Hopefully I'll have that finished this weekend and have the tester call up very quickly, because I need to get my butt in gear. I really do. I have to get back into the swing of things and get that raccoon tester call out. Just kind of trying to get back into the swing of things and stop playing Minecraft with my family for the most of the day. Thing that we've been doing, and it's a problem. So this is actually the first time I've crocheted in like 3 or 4 days, which is shocking. I can't even believe myself. So I need to get back into the habit of doing things for my business and schedule my time properly so that I'm not obsessively working on the business all day every day for, you know, a good percentage of the day on most days. I hope that made sense. But that's also why I'm filming this clip late at night, because that's what life has been like around here. It's been goofing around instead of focusing. So that's what I'm going to try and do, is focus and do what I'm supposed to be doing. And I think I've definitely rambled enough at this point. This is the most I've rambled in a really long time. So you guys are probably fed up, and I would totally understand it if you are. But I'm gonna head out now. Thank you all so much for watching to the end of this video. I really appreciate each and every one of you, as I'm sure you already know, you've heard me say it, but I feel like I always have to say it again and again because that's how much you guys mean to me. I obviously wouldn't be here without you, so to not thank you would be ridiculous. So I have 3 or 4 more flowers to make for this willow, and then she'll be finished once I sew them on, and I think they look pretty cute. They're actually a little hard to see, so they definitely need some fluff, which I'll add later. I'll definitely add a photo of her finished on the screen for you guys here so you can see her done. It should be done before this video comes out, so it'll be there. But like I said, thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I really want to try and get back in a schedule of posting 2 videos a week. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but those are the goals, to do a tutorial and then a regular vlog, as you can see. Also, expect the market vlogs to turn into a little bit of like a online shop restock thing, so be prepared for that. It will be pretty much the same as the market vlogs, so stay tuned. I'm hoping in the new year to start the market vlog series officially back up, but I think since I decided to do the online stuff, that we'll do restock stuff for now. I hope that's alright with everyone. I'm sure it is. We're still talking about the same fun stuff. Anyways, I'm still rambling. I just haven't talked in a while, obviously. You guys can tell. I haven't talked to you in a while, so I need to catch you up on all the things that I've been thinking about. But I'm just gonna let you go now. I will hopefully see you soon. I don't know when, but hopefully soon. And I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you later. Bye!